Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Dominion Custom Clothing. Cowboy fans, if you need your custom suits, your custom sportswear, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company for you. Dominion Custom Clothing also offers a free mobile service to your home, to your business for suit fittings and fabric showing. Dominion Custom Clothing has been a clothier in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for the last 20 years. So if you need that suit for the night out on the town or the tuxedo for the prom or special occasions, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company you have been looking for. And as always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
No substitute for winning. I know that's a cliche, but we must win. We will win. Win is the name of the game.
Check it out.
From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, El Paso, is 21. Armando 21. And from the capital city of Texas, it's our man, Retrofit Sports. Hook'em, it's Rue. And the player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast. Welcome, Kuiper A.Z. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520.
This is our year. It's time to finish this fight, cause this is our year. The name of the game is win, we them Cowboys. First down, second down, we them Cowboys. Third down, touchdown, we them Cowboys. Everybody over here be some Cowboys. We be die hard, we be die hard.
What's up? What's up? What's up? So, man, y'all know what the day is. Today is Tuesday. Man, what happens on Tuesday, man? It's the Cowboy Up podcast. Man, to my right, to my left, to my left, to my right. It's my homeboy, capital city of Texas. It's our man, Retro Fit Sports. Hook'em! It's Rue. What's up, baby?
Man, I'm good. I'm chilling. It's another day. It's another week. It's another day without that man being signed, but it is what it is. We're living on. We're moving on. It is what it is.
All right. Say, man, from the great state of Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy podcast with the greatest picture ever on the intro. It's our man, Kuiper. Hey, Z. What's up, Kuiper?
Hey, what's up, man? I hate that picture so much.
I hate that damn picture.
Well, I see your pops in the comment. He's worried about his picture. Well, the picture you sent me was too
Making sure that
big
picture
to
was changed.
down. It was too big. So if you send me a better picture, I can get it down in the intro. He's worried about his fucking picture. Why the fuck you worried about your picture? You ain't never on the show. Anyway, I love you.
Man, that man is working. That
I know
man
he's
is literally working. Can't even be mad. I really can't even be mad at you, Mike.
You know I gotta bust his balls.
You gotta give him some shit. I love that, but you've been getting it for a minute. I'll give him that. The motherfucker's at least at work. It's not like he just fucking around.
It ain't like he working for me. I don't give a damn shit.
That's a true story. That's a true story. Not signing his check. That is a true story.
What's up, Boots, man? Good to see Boots again this weekend,
Boots.
man. What's up, Boots?
What's good, baby?
Boots always with the like and subscribe, man, and share.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
that, Boots.
Thank you,
Mrs. Lee is in the comments. Hey, baby, how you doing? How you doing? Anyway, and she talking about poor Mikey. Hey, it ain't no poor damn Mikey. Mikey know
it's never poor Mikey. Fuck all that. No, it's never that.
Mikey, I always know about this smoke. I give it to him all the time.
Never that. Never that.
Hey, but we happy today. We sporting the new Cowboy podcast merch. We see
Already with the shirts. Damn it, man. I want my shirt.
Don't worry, y'all.
Mailbox every day.
Y'all will be. It will be in the mail. Thanks, DJ Kai, for making the shirts for us and everything like that. Also, hold on, I got something else for you.
You know what's gonna be funny is when we get Kuiper in some Cowboys gear, man. That's gonna be funny, man.
It's probably only for the show, and then he made us some cards, and the Cowboy podcast cards. Then it got our QR code and everything with the picture on it, everything.
Okay.
So yeah, these will be in y'all packages too when y'all get your t-shirts and everything. So hey man, he hooked us up really well, man. So man, let's talk about the little Unity barbecue the big fella went to, man, in Bakersfield, California, man. It's a little 3.5-4 hour drive from San Francisco down to Bakersfield. Rue, you know what Bakersfield reminded me of?
What's that?
Texas, because it's hot as shit in Bakersfield.
It's like a desert out there, ain't it?
It's hot. It's hot in Bakersfield, bro.
Man, don't be talking about hot in California, bro. I don't want to hear that. Don't start turning in them Californians. All of a sudden it's 80 degrees and you talking about it's hot,
bro. Let me tell you why I say that.
That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
I know. Let me explain though. All right. So when me and the wife left San Francisco, we both got on hoodies and shit. It's a little chilly in the morning in San Francisco.
Yeah, right? San Francisco is gonna be a little cold.
We get to Bakersfield. Man, we just start undrilling like, damn, it's hot and it's sticky. I said, baby, it feel like Texas in Bakersfield. She said, you so right. So we got there, changed, got in some shorts and everything, went to the barbecue. DJ Kai, One Star One Family, DJ Roddy D, Sherry the Godmother, a lot of everybody that put on that event, man. Kudos to you, man. Congratulations what you did. It's a unity barbecue. Fan clubs and fans from around the country was in Bakersfield this weekend, just basically getting together and having a good time eating, having a few beverages of your choice, and some good music, good entertainment. everything, and man, some meeting some people that we only know from TikTok and also from the show. You actually get to see these people in person and everything, man. It was wonderful. I it was just I was like, I'm glad I wasn't in charge because it looked like a lot of work, man. It was so much work. And then doing all that work, he had time enough to make us t-shirts and cards. Can you believe that? And he did that all in that same week, brother. The guy's a
bro.
beast.
That's
So,
crazy.
so the picnic went well, and everything. Hey, and courtesy of the podcast, I normally got my big chain, the big D on it, and everything.
Yeah.
Uh, I gave that away to the kids, man, because the kids was having so much fun. I told DJ Raleigh D, I say, hey, man, we're gonna have a dance contest. The best dancer will give the chain to, and one of the other fan clubs, other merch guys out there, he had another chain. He said, we'll give one to the second place. So that's how much love everybody was showing each other. So it was this one little girl, man. She was dancing so hard. I was like, oh, we got to give it to her. It was just like if she wasn't gonna win, it was gonna be a problem. I thought I was gonna get whooped if this little girl get it. So we gave her the chain, courtesy of the Cowboy podcast. Also, we'll get our sponsor to get the big fella another one. We'll make another one and then give that away sometime this season. Also,
Oh
so
yeah.
it was great. Hold on a second. All right, thank you, honey. All right, so we we did that. All that was great. So then the next that night, I'm too old for this, guys. I'm gonna tell you why I'm too old for this. I I hadn't been to an after party shit since I was 30s, after party. Okay, so uh my guys, we're going to go to the after party. Go to the after party, man, and it was great, man. Nice venue. This is where One Star One Family have their all watching parties and everything, man. It was a beautiful venue. People showed up, and man, that's when I got to meet Tony Tolbert, Anthony Miller, and Jesus, why is his name drawing a blank? Why am I drawing a blank? Evan Oglesby, at the picnic, but I actually got to talk to him at the venue, right? And say, man, it was wonderful when you sit there. I'm sitting there with my wife, and here come Tony Tolbert, and he just literally sat down at our table, just sat there. And we sat there, and when I say we chopped it up, man, for an hour straight, just an hour straight, man. And when you got old man syndrome, when we both sitting there and say, "Damn, I'm sleepy." It ain't even 12 o'clock yet. We're like, we're just ready to go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
man, we talked about the current Cowboys, right? Michael Parsons' father was also there. Met him. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that was something else. Got to talk to uh, uh, Tony Tolbert about the current state of the Cowboys, the defense, and everything. We gonna get him on the show because I want him to tell these stories because I'm not gonna do it no justice, right? So, but one thing I did ask him about was, man, how did it feel when you won that first Super Bowl? The 90, I think it was the 92 or the 93. Which one? 92, 93. I'm old. I can't remember. Anyway, the one in Pasadena. He said, Chris, you know how everybody was said that we were a year too early? He was like, when we were a year too late. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. He said he thought they was a year too late. He said, remember the year before, Barry Sanders put it on us in the playoffs. You remember that, Rue? When Barry Sanders went crazy, and then the next week, Barry Sanders them get demolished by the Washington Redskins. Yeah, that, that's why he said they were a year too late. He said they wasn't quite there yet. But it was great, man. Just have a conversation. But we gonna have Tony Tobert on, and we'll let him tell y'all all those stories. So my weekend was very eventful. It was fun. we got to meet a lot of people down there. In Evans Oakley, we had his new product. It's called a shot watch. Baby, if you still listening, bring me that shot watch. It's funny. It's a
Oh
product.
man.
It's actually a watch, right? But
Yeah.
it pops up and you put your shot in the cup.
Oh man, I saw that video.
And you take it, and he said they invented this because you know how college kids get roofied and everything with shots. So if it's on you the whole time, nobody can do it. So we took a shot together. I'll put the full video out. But it was funny.
Man, that's
It
wild.
was, dude.
That's wild.
It was wild. So, dude, the trip down to Bakersfield was very eventful. I'm glad I did it, because at first I was like, man, I'm not gonna go to Bakersfield. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to Texas, hang out with the family for Texas for my birthday. Matter of fact, happy birthday, big fella. Thank you very much. And
Shit.
so,
You beat me to it, Chris.
so that's what we did, man, this weekend down in Bakersfield. So, Rue, how was your weekend, brother? How was yours?
Well, now that you've let the cat out the damn bag, Chris, happy birthday, guy.
Oh, thank you.
But man, dude, honestly, I didn't do much. I didn't do much of nothing for the most part. Just kind of hung out around the house for most of what I did pretty much all weekend. It really wasn't much of nothing. I'm just finishing up this shelf, man. That's all I'm concentrating on. I got to finish up this shelf, get it out of my garage, get it hung up on my wall. But once that's done, I got to find me something new to do. So it is what it is.
Kuiper, how was your weekend, brother? How was it?
It was pretty good, man. Celebrated my father's birthday Saturday. Had a little cookout in the front yard, just chilling.
Oh man, hey man, I appreciate you giving me a shout out, but I'm not your real dad. I'm a big guy, got the beard thing,
That's terrible.
I never
terrible.
went to Arizona. I didn't go to Arizona 20-something.
Man.
I went to Arizona the first time a couple years ago. I hate to break the news to you. I'm so sorry.
That's wild.
I never knew.
Hey, I know, brother. Hey, but no, sorry. Hey, man, no. But how old is your pops?
He just turned 40.
40. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool, man. Shout out, man. That sounded like fun too, man. Look, everybody had a
Oh,
pretty
hey.
decent. And had a pretty decent weekend. I think I was more excited because we got our merch. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to mail it to the guys. Because I think the guys are gonna be more excited than me. So every time they ask me in Bakersfield for merch, this is our first back. I wanted the guys to see it, and when they see it, and if they got any suggestions what we need to do more for merch, then we're gonna get our Cowboy Podcast website, and we'll start putting merch out like that. So I just want to get it to my guys first, and once we get it to them, we ready to rock and roll. And
Yeah.
that's probably the only time you may see Kuiper in a cowboy shirt, but it's probably not because it's a Cowboy Podcast shirt. I know that's what he's gonna say. It's a fucking podcast. I gotta find a little Cardinal logo and put it up in the corner somewhere of the shirt,
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I might put an emblem on there or something.
Yeah.
Get him a Cardinal sticker. Just put it like right on the edge of the star.
Exactly. So I'm sorry for my 20 minutes of banter today, man. I apologize, but yeah, that was just our weekend, man. It was great. But hey, man, let's get into some Cowboy talk. We talked about this, Rue. We talked about Micah reports to voluntary OTA. Will he report? Is it true? Do you think he'll report, Rue?
From what I heard, he's already in the building.
Okay.
He's already there. Like he showed up to voluntary OTAs. He was on their social media. They were giving him worms or whatever. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know whose brilliant idea that was, but they're walking in, right. First one they show is Dak, which if he was really the first one there, which I'm betting he was, the early bird gets the worm. They got them little worms you get as like bait at Walmart and whatnot. They holding them out. They're like, bro, so you're getting all the reaction from all the guys, but he was there. And all that really means to me is that obviously they're working on numbers, they're close, and he knows he's not going anywhere. He didn't have to be there. It's voluntary. It's voluntary for a reason. And if I remember right, CD wasn't here for a hot minute. So the fact that he was there just kind of lets you know that they are obviously talking. They are obviously working on a number. And, I'm curious to know what Micah's motivation is to sign, because at the end of the day, it takes two people, right? And we know Jerry's going to bend over and give him a full-blown contract. We're looking at 41 million. It is what it is. But what does Micah really want? Is Micah waiting? Is Micah like, hey, I'm going to come through. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm going to be here for the team. I'm going to be here. But does he want to see something first too? Is he waiting on the draft? It's kind of curious to know what might really be going on behind closed doors and what Micah really might be thinking in terms of getting that deal done.
Well, I got a question for you, Rue. Do you think this is him becoming a leader now? I mean, because you got to think about it. Everybody was talking about Micah just being just a solo guy, me guy. So with him being at voluntary without this new contract, do you think this is him becoming a leader now?
I think we saw that when he came back last season. I think we saw that, and all of us kind of changed our tune because we were kind of griping about Micah. We were. Last year, we were griping about Micah. We were kind of like, hey, man, like, this is your team. This is your baby. Like, where are you at? This defense looks like crap. And we can't get no pressure, and like, it is what it is. But when he came back, he changed that mindset of that team. He changed the temperature of that defense, and he gave it a different kind of spark. And when he was trying to make that playoff run, he really was trying to make that playoff run. Yeah. In his mind, he was like, we can go to the playoffs and we can win a game. And he believed that in his mind.
I think that's why I was so mad at Tank Lawrence. I think that's why I was so pissed at Tank, because every week he was supposed to been coming back. He's supposed to been coming back, and he never showed up. And then he's talked shit when he left. And I was like, Michael Parsons was hurt, and he busted his ass to get back just to try to make any kind of push. So, Kuiper, what you think about Micah and being there at OTAs, brother?
I think it really does show a new side of him, man. It shows that he is growing as a player. He's maturing a lot more. I still hate his podcast, but you know what? If he's showing up to the voluntary training camp when it's, again, you don't see a lot of veterans come up because they're all trying to enjoy the offseason. It's voluntary for a reason. I like this side of him. He just needs to continue to grow. Show me that number, though. I want to see if he was really adamant about being the team player. He doesn't want to be the highest paid. I want to see if that's true. And if him going to voluntary camps has anything to do with that, we'll see.
I mean, really, though, bro, you can't fault him for that. Myles Garrett said he wanted to get traded, play for a winner, got signed for $40 million, stayed in Cleveland. Max Crosby said he wanted to play for a winner, got signed, stayed with the Raiders. Freaking, it happens time and time again. There's multiple players and multiple examples of, hey, they gave me the money, I stayed. Like, it is what it is. You can't. It's hard for anybody to look at. Bro, if you're telling me that I'm getting 40 or 35 million a year, and it's, bro, that's $5 million a year difference. That's 20 million over 4 years. You think he's signing a 4-year deal? I think he is. That's a lot of money, man. 20 million?
That's a lot.
Tax break or no tax break. It is what it is. Ain't no guarantee he's going to stay in Texas his whole life. I mean, I'm just saying, man, it's a funny thing and it's a funny business, but it's hard to be mad at them for getting everything that they can, because it's like, bro, they're not responsible for the cap. Look at Philadelphia. They managed to pay everybody somehow. It is ridiculous what they're able to do.
Yeah, but they did lose though. They lost a lot of players this year.
They did, but when you're good enough in the draft and you pick the right guys, I mean, dude, sometimes it just works out. Now, does it always? No. There's been plenty of years where they were completely irrelevant, and like you can't deny that. I mean,
Yeah.
they got plenty of under 500 seasons, and the difference with this franchise, it seems to be that they always stay middle of the pack. Like, bro, when was the last time we even had a number one overall pick? Like all this nonsense that you hear all the time. Oh, Dallas is going to tank for Arch Manning in 2 years. We're going to get the number one overall pick. Do you know how bad you have to be to get the number one overall pick? I was
He
talking
knows.
about beater.
He knows. He knows. He knows how bad you have to be.
Damn,
You're talking to the right person.
Like that.
You're talking to the right person. So,
Yeah.
no. I'm here to save you all. I'm fucking here to save you all.
Mikey. Hold on just a second. I'd like to welcome the co-host to the Cowboy podcast. It is Mikey.
He's something crawled up him today, boy. I tell you what.
Well, because first of all, there's a lot of misinformation. Like it gets to my crop. First of all, it's Ogletree. It's Ogletree. Kevin Ogletree with so much disrespect. I know he was a third wide receiver, but it was Kevin Ogletree. Second of all, you're wrong, Gru. CeeDee Lamb went to all the OTAs, the voluntary workouts, all of it, and he just didn't go to mandatory. That was the difference. That's the posture play. Third of all, so did Ezekiel Elliott. So this him being this nice ass dude that's going to Valentine. Oh, he grew and he's not freaking sumo wrestling in Japan doesn't mean a goddamn thing. It doesn't. It means that they're gonna drag this shit out. We're gonna Oglesby. It was Ogletree. It's Ogletree, Eric.
Evan Oglesby.
It's Ogletree.
Evan Oglesby.
It's Kevin Ogletree.
No, it is not. That's not who I meant.
It's Clay and Bixby. Anyway, so him doing this and posturing doesn't matter. He's not the one talking to Jerry, and they're gonna drag this out, and it's gonna go. Is Micah signed yet? Is Micah signed yet? Is Micah signed yet? They're not gonna talk about the Super Bowl champion. They're not gonna talk about anybody else, but you know what they're gonna lead with? Micah Parsons isn't signed, and Micah Parsons. They're not going to talk about the Cardinals, and they're not going to talk about or today, for instance, who retired from the Cardinals today?
Pat Pete.
And nobody gives a shit, and nobody gives a shit because it's all about.
I cared.
That, like I said, nobody gives a shit, but it's just, I can't stand the way we do business, and we continue to do business the way we do it. And yes, we are blessed to have top players like this. And like Ru said, we'll see the number, and the number isn't going to be 1 or 2 million. Okay, he's going to be under Myles Garrett by 0.5 million. Wow. That's going to be in his ashtray, if you guys know what ashtrays are in a car. So that's the way it is. And yeah.
Hi, Mikey. How are you? You okay?
Oh, I love the love that you gave on Boots on the Ground. I really do. That was awesome.
All right. But look, to rebut your rebuttal to us to save the show. We're glad you're here to save the show because it's your fucking show. Anyway, Micah whole deal to me, man. It's just for me, I wanted Micah to mature, and at the end of the season, he showed maturity. Okay, so with this contract situation, man, it's gonna figure itself out. We know the Cowboys; they're gonna wait till the last damn minute. They know. I have a strength. We all want them to get it over with, but you know they won't do it because they should have did it. They should have done him first, right? Don't you think he should? That's the first person they should have done was him to get this over with, to get anybody that's worth any value in here as a free agent, but they didn't. So we ain't gonna worry about that anymore. Matter of fact, I can't wait till Tony come on. Tony has some hot sports opinion about Michael Parsons. God, I can't wait till he come on. So, like I say, man, this is something I can share to y'all off air, but I want him to share this on air himself out of his own mouth. But look, Mikey, how long are you with us? Because we got some more subjects. We would love for you to be, the join in. Are you good, Mikey? He's muted.
He leave
Anyway,
already?
no, he just muted it. Okay. All right. Look, we also wanted to talk about Mozzie. Y'all see my Michigan stuff over my left shoulder. Y'all see it. Y'all know I'm a Michigan fan. I'm a Michigan guy. Michigan Cowboys, Michigan Cowboys, Michigan. That's me. All right. Rue brought this subject up in our WhatsApp chat. All right. So, Rue, what you think
I'm
about-
sorry. I'm gonna be around. I'm my bad.
All right. Go ahead, Rue. What about Mozzie, man, you wanted to get into?
At the end of the day with Mozzie, this is kind of make or break for him, right? Because, we saw a little bit kind of last year, maybe somewhere, right? Like at the end of the day, the draft is going to be very telling what they do with those picks, because if they end up taking another D tackle, writing's on the wall with Mozzie Smith. And honestly, they should either way, just because of the lack of depth in that position to begin with. But for what you're looking at with Mozzie, man, this is really make or break for him. If he can't pull it together this year, there's a great chance that he won't be with this roster next season. And it's kind of crazy, right? Because to see a guy that we saw with that kind of pure strength, because, man, I got to tell you, man, when I saw him in the weight room, I kind of got excited. I was like, dude, he looks like an anchor to me. He looks like a brick house to me. He looks like somebody that could push somebody around to me. And that just did not come to fruition at all. Like, I guess it's just gym strength. He can move them weights around, but he can't move no bodies around. And that's what we've seen out of his NFL career so far. So for me, it's like, it's time to put up or shut up. Like, you have to admit the mistake and move on if you can't pull it together after this season, I would think, with Mozzie Smith.
This is killing me, because this is how Michigan I am. I don't know if y'all see it. Michigan. Everything I do, Michigan. Okay, I love Michigan. Love it. And when they drafted Mozzie, I was really excited. I was so excited because I talked to a Cowboy insider. He told me he's explaining why they drafted Mozzie. And everything he explained to me why they drafted Mozzie, it did not come to fruition. And the reason it upset me so
For
is
what?
because fruition.
For who?
And the reason why it upset me is because at Michigan, Mozzie was a beast. You couldn't run at Mozzie. He didn't get pushed off the ball at Michigan. He didn't get that. In the NFL, when I met him and I was bigger than Mozzie, I was so disappointed. I was like, Mozzie may get ate up. And what happens? You see Mozzie on those Leighton Vander skates going backwards. So this is his last chance, Rue. I think it's a possibility Mozzie may get cut before the season starts. If he don't perform well in training camp, it's a possibility Mozzie gonna get cut. Kuiper, what you think?
I think the dude was screwed from the beginning, to be honest. There's no doubt that he's a bust right now, right?
I love
But
it. I love it.
He
I love it.
was never put in the right position. Scheme wise, he was put to be the nose tackle. He was always meant to be a 3-tech defensive end, and always supposed to be single man to man, head on with only one person. He was never meant to put on to be double teamed, to be the big boy, and his size proves that. I think he needs a new place immediately. He needs to go to a new team to just see if he can do anything as a 3-tech. But for the Dallas Cowboys, he needs to get off the team. There needs to be a new big boy.
Yeah, the Cowboys moved him to 3. At Michigan, he played 1, and he was a lot bigger at Michigan. He lost a lot of weight when he came to the Cowboys.
He did.
That's why it upset me, because Mozzie at Michigan was playing around 330, 340. When I met him, he was under 300 pounds. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. You know, if you're gonna be, because Mozzie is about 6'2", 6'3". We were standing right next to each other. So I'm 6'2", 6'3", right? And I was bigger than him. And I was concerned. And the reason I was concerned, because these offensive linemen in the NFL are maulers, right?
Oh,
If you're light in the pants, you're gonna get your ass wore out. And we seen as Cowboy fans, you see Mozzie get ate up, because if you playing a 1, even a 3, if they double teaming you, it's like you're on skates and you're going backwards pretty fast. And he goes backwards pretty fast.
Wow.
I mean, the real question at this point is, can Matt Eberflus save his
There
career?
you go.
Can Matt
There you go.
Eberflus make him comfortable again? Because he was obviously
There you go.
uncomfortable. He was obviously uncomfortable. He had the drama. He had the mental health issues. Like, he had
Can I go?
outside issues going on. So
Yeah, taking a
he is
little
mad.
from my tape. You went already. So the thing is, exactly, you're like taking things that I was gonna say that you didn't say on your turn, but this is my turn. This whole thing about he's gonna get cut. They're not gonna cut him. Cutting him means that they were wrong, and Jerry's never gonna do that ever. He's gonna do that until he can't pay him no more. Second of all, Mister Papa Skyper, there is a new regime. There is a new defensive scheme. Maybe they were using him wrong. Maybe this new Eberflus, like Rue just stated, he gets a new life. And then third of all, and then fourth of all, big fella, one of the best defensive tackles of all time was 6 foot. He just retired. It's leverage. It's leverage. This guy is a freak. There's a reason he went where he went. And I'm not totally gone. And there was promise coming out of him. At least 6 of the last 6 games, he stood his ground. Yes, was it not first round promise? No, it's not. But there was something like that meme where you see that dude poking the stick, like, do something, while he was doing something. And we'll see how Eberflus uses him. And I get it. I get that's Osa's position, but we're not going to cut him, because what killed us this year was our lack of depth. And I believe with Solomon Thomas there, the draft still here, that he's going to find his rotation. Maybe the 30 plays isn't good for him. Maybe 15 plays will make him better. And that's resolute to say, yes, he's not exactly what we wanted, but he's going to be something, not to be cut.
All right, so let me rebut your rebuttal, since it was your turn. So it's my turn now. Okay, now, as an offensive lineman, I see Mozzie and I'm like, I don't need no help. It's 1-on-1. So to me, 1-on-1, man versus man, he's getting his ass whooped every time. I don't give a damn what kind of coaching you give. If you ain't got no to beat your man 1-on-1, that's a problem. It ain't coaching, because I saw the boy play for 4 fucking years at Michigan. I know he could do it. So
You just contradicted yourself a little bit.
No.
No.
Because I learned that from Mikey. So what I'm saying is, you gotta take some of your cojones and play some fucking football, and quit relying on, it's the scheme. We always blame the scheme. We blame the coaches. We blame this. You gotta blame Mozzie sometime too in this, bro, because it was only one play, and I think it was at week 1 and against the Giants that time he made that play in the backfield, and we all say, hey, it's a Mozzie sighting.
Yeah.
And it was bro.
And it was a Chris sighting on the chat too. It was awesome.
Yeah. I had to cheer for him. Shit, a Michigan player, what you expect? But anyway, what I'm saying is, though, Mikey, when we gonna hold Mozzie accountable for his play? We've been holding everybody
We
else.
have.
No, no,
We
no.
have. He's been shitted on this whole time.
You
He's
just
been
said
shitted on this whole
you
time. What are you talking about? This isn't the first time he's been shitted on. He's been shitted on this whole time. He has. We are Dallas Cowboy fans, and I just did not get amnesia and not act like we have like 67 shows on this dang podcast where we haven't shitted on Mozzie. So the accountability has been there. All right. What do you do for a living, Chris?
What do I do for a living?
Yes, sir. What do you do?
I got a sugar mama. I don't do shit.
Well, whatever. Whatever. All right. I'm an electrician, right? So if I put you as an electrician, gave you all, put you there, would you be strong suited to do it? How to the fucking not? Because it's not your position.
Okay. His position is a defensive tackle in the NFL to stop the run, clog up the middle, but he doesn't do that.
But Michigan had a lot of nuance to their defense. I think this was it didn't translate good to what we did in our defense.
It was a 3-4 defense. He played nose.
And we have a 4-3 defense.
Yes, and they moved it.
Exactly. Thank you. You said yes, I won.
You think he's doing better in a 3-4 the way he's getting pushed around in a 4-3?
No.
Saying, bro, like, do you hear yourself right now?
No. He got drafted wrong he got drafted wrong and he's misplaced.
Bro, this is the NFL. People move. People play different positions. People go from quarterback to playing wide receiver at a Hall of Fame level. You're talking about going from 3 to 1.
Who are you saying, like Wayne Corbett? Like no. It's
what are you talking about?
I'm talking about that he's not the nose guard. He's not the nose guard. He's not. Golston moved around, but he's not the Golston. He's not the nose guard that we want. Plus, like Papa said, he had all that pressure of being a first round drafted savior of the Cowboys, which he's not. So that creates even more against him, stacked up more. Even your opinion of him is even more correct.
I don't even know what you're asking me. My opinion of him is more why. He hasn't done anything. He's a first
You're
round
biased, pick. You're biased in your expectations.
Biased about what? He's a first round pick, Mikey.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
You're talking about a first round pick that you're going to only play 15 times in a game?
It is what it is. You got to be resolute to that.
Him for to do.
But I know, but he's exactly. But we don't know he's going to be
amnesia about Mikey. You have shitted on that man just as much as anybody else on this show, and now you're over here trying to be the savior. Like, what are you even saying? All any of us have said
once again,
any of us have said throughout this entire time is that it's make or break for Mozzie Smith. He has to put up or shut up in this season. I don't think that's a deniable thing. Now, if you want to make the argument that he's not going to get cut after this year, I mean, maybe.
Well, that's exactly what. No. Chris stated that he was going to get cut. No. Chris said that he was going to get cut even before the season started. So that's what I'm arguing.
I said
right?
It's a possibility that he will get cut.
Getting cut is after training camp, correct?
Yeah, the training camp. I don't think he'll make the team.
So I'm not talking about nothing then, right? So that's what my argument is.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion, but I just think he hadn't done enough to stay on the team. That's what I think.
You're saying he'll get
and I'm fighting for his rotation. I'm fighting for his depth. That's what I'm fighting for. But you're still judging him on him being that first round. I even said it when I was stating it. I get it. He's not that dude.
I don't think you can afford to cut him this season. But if he doesn't do anything by the end of this season, I think there's a good chance he won't be back after this year. I think
and that's different. And that's different.
And that's
right?
exactly what I said.
That's totally
that's what I said from the
But I'm talking about Chris. Did I say you? I didn't say
He
you.
didn't say that
I
today.
said
You're bringing up
Chris.
something he might have said like 6 months ago.
Chris said that right now.
I said it, but what I said was what I just said now.
Awesome. So, Mozzie Smith may be on the team, maybe not. I don't think so. All right.
We'll find out.
So, Dak Prescott said he could play today if he needed to. That's what he said after that injury, torn off the bone, hamstring injury, and he said he could play right now. All the highlights and videos I've been seeing of Dak, he actually looked really well. But like I say, this is underwear Olympics, so a lot of times these off the bone, these muscle tissue injuries take a lot longer than we expect. Because right now they saying, Agent Zero is maybe November before he come back, and Dak said he can play right now. Rue, what you think about this, man?
It's funny because he also followed it up with he needs to be able to play 17 to 20 games. Like he could go out and play right now, but he don't know if he could play 17 to 20 games. Is kind of what I got out of what he said, because he followed it up with that. And it's a fair statement because it was a pretty, it's a nasty injury. I mean, he tore his damn muscle right off the bone, non-contact. Non-contact's always the worst because it's just something that freak happens to you. So my thing is, though, he's definitely made it a point to come in elite shape. He looks good. He looks really good. Like Dak Prescott's always been in hellacious shape. He's always looked like a professional. But the fact of the matter is, he looks young. Like he looks youthful the way he looks right now, and I think he did that on purpose. I think that was purposefully done, and he's a smart dude. Like he came in ready. He came in looking good. He didn't come in out of shape. He didn't come in looking raggedy. He came in looking fresh. So I got to give him that. And that's what and the fact of the matter is that's what you get with Dak Prescott, a true professional, because that's what he is. He's a true professional. And I'm very curious to find out how he performs this year, though, because I don't want it to be like he literally went from his best season he's ever had, second in MVP voting, to the worst season I've ever seen him play in ever. And there was a lot of turmoil around this team, and I don't want to make this about that, but ultimately, I need 2023 Dak Prescott back. And the luxury that I have right now is he looks like that's what I'm getting. I'm just hoping that's what actually shows up.
All right, Kuiper.
Yeah, I think he just made it a point to say that just to rile the team up, rile his teammates up, let everybody know we're for real this year. We're coming back. I'm not gonna be the same dude that I was last year. But he needs to be careful because hamstring injuries are the trickiest injuries, other than ACL, major tears like that. For it to come off the bone, that's an atrocious injury. He needs to be careful because if he tries to hurry this up, if he really tries to speed up his process, he's gonna tear something again. And he's just gonna keep coming back and back and back and back and back, and he's never gonna be the same Dak Prescott.
All right, well, I gotta stop cursing now. My mom's in the chat. Hi, mommy. Honey, bring me that shot watch. Okay, Mikey, what you think about Dacky saying he could play right away?
It's just a quote. Like, it's just something from him. You show me. It's cool that he's lean. It's cool that he's dropping loads and getting his lady pregnant. It's good for him. Like, good for him. Yes. And to add to what Kuiper said, with the atrocious injury, is more catastrophic. Off the dang bone. And this is something we haven't talked about, and it's not making excuses for him, but he was more injured. He was more injured than it was let on. Like Rue just said, how do you come off a second team All Pro season to the way he played, and then from one throw to another in a Falcons game, he's out for the season on a throw, not a hit, nothing. it was more severe or not even reported, and that's what happened to me, right? But anything that's said right now, it's much ado about nothing until we see it.
Yeah. Well, I think like Hyper said, I think he did say it for morale more than anything. I think it's more his morale than the team morale because you gotta
I
think about
get
it.
that.
That was a major injury. It was
Yeah.
major. I remember when it happened. A lot of people accused Dak of being soft because they were getting their ass kicked in Atlanta, and remember that Rue before
Yeah,
people found out what it
Yeah.
really was.
Yeah.
it was
They were
Speak. What was the dude from Speak? The dude, who was it?
Sean McCoy.
No, not McCoy. It was no, one of his pundits. The wide receiver from the Packers. Jeez.
oh
Keyshawn, not
yeah,
Keyshawn.
I know who you're talking about. Oh, with the beard. God, what is
Oh
his name?
yeah, because he's
Ah,
usually a dad guy, right?
yes,
And then
he
he
called
said,
him out.
and that Monday, he
Yes.
he's glorified Dak. He crucified him, and then within minutes, no, he said like if he quit on his team, right? Within his words, it has to be, and he said it himself. It has to be something bigger than just something with your hamstring. And then that afternoon, it was off the bone. It was off the bone. But yes, they were saying he quit. I'm sorry, Chris.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
No, I was talking to my wife. I'm sorry. I should have muted my wife on mic. I'm sorry.
Who is it? Now I need to bust that brain nut. What? Who
Jones?
is it?
Why
You
can't I
talking
think of
about
it?
Jones? Something like Jacoby? Not Jacoby.
Nah.
Because they
Not
got.
Jennings.
Yeah, no, not Jennings.
Oh God, what is his name?
I'm trying to think. Receiver with a beard.
Dude, I got
Is he a
his,
regular on the show?
I got his picture.
He played for the Raiders. Is it Jones? Yes, it is Jones. But what the hell's his first name?
Oh, what is that dude? Because they got McCoy. They got the
Yeah, because
kid.
Milton. Hey, Dak better pack his bags because Milton's gonna take his job.
The kid that went to Texas. What's his name? Oh, I'm drawing a blank too. Anyway,
It's
well,
not Acho.
no,
Ah,
Acho, but no, it's the other guy.
James Jones.
James.
James.
Yes.
Yes.
Dang, we had to
James
bust that
Jones.
mental nut. We had to bust that mental nut. Thank you. I love busting that mental nut.
Hey, I tell you, my mom was in the chat. How many times I got?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Miss Eunice.
How many times you got to bust something? Jesus Christ. Anyway,
I think that's worse. I think that's worse.
all right. Now, I teased this on my TikTok. Jerry Jones got an award. It says Jerry Jones awarded the Injury Workforce 2015 Platinum Award. Rue, what the hell is that?
So it's actually pretty interesting, but it's really just a bunch of rich people giving each other trophies. But ultimately, it's because he has grossed like $5 billion worth of oil on domestic soil. He is one of the largest producers of oil in the U.S., providing jobs for the U.S. and, just rich people shit. This is rich people shit. Like one of the mayors from some town, I forget where, is it might have been a governor that won one of these awards also. But I thought it was pretty crazy just because of how much this dude, like, we think of Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys alone, but a lot of people forget this man moving oil money like crazy. Like, it is just the funniest damn thing to me with Jerry Jones and everything else. And to think of him getting an award for providing jobs and this, that, and the third is kind of funny to me. I don't know. It's one of them things where it's like, I don't really know what I'm getting out of Jerry. This might just be one of those little, hey, here's a trophy for being extremely rich, but it just is what it is. I thought it was pretty interesting just knowing that he's still doing big things in oil apparently, and he's doing it right here in the United States.
Oh, so basically, this has nothing to do with football. It was just.
Oh no, this was straight up some petroleum. This was a oil and gas award for Mr. Jerry Jones and the fact that he is still making billions moving some oil money.
you sent it to me that he got an award, and I was really thinking, I'm like, what off-season award in football?
No, yeah, no.
Jerry Jones get? And it was just some rich people give somebody a little trophy that they said, "Oh, you did this." I don't even think he worked in the oil. I don't even think he even deal with his other business anymore, does he? I think
Bro, apparently he does because he's getting awards and shit for it. And I mean, obviously he got handlers and everything else. Jerry ain't. I don't know how much work Jerry's actually doing in oil and gas anymore, but he's still getting awards for the shit.
Oh,
so you telling me this man's making billions off to the side and he's being stingy with the Cowboys?
Absolutely. Yes. That is absolutely what I'm telling you. That is exactly what I'm saying to you. Exactly what I'm saying to you. The same guys producing billions of dollars in oil money are the same guys talking about, look, man, there's a cap, and we got to stay within that cap. All right.
That's funny. That's funny. Hey, this is what I was promoting earlier. You know, I tell you, Evans Oglesby. Okay, this is his shot. What you do, you pull it up, it turns into a cup, a shot cup. Okay, so that's a single. So if you really want to get, you want to get hammered, bam, that's the double.
That is ridiculous. And brought to you by alcoholism. Try it anywhere you want, baby.
So
that's an anti-date rape shot, man. That's what that is.
That's what that video.
That's dark.
But anyway, all right. So that's a quick, and we'll get Evan on the show also. We got his information too. All right. So in our WhatsApp chat, I asked Kuiper to give me top 5 sleepers this year's draft because if you guys don't know, it's literally 9 days away.
Yes, hey, sir. Thank you for not doing a mock draft. Y'all been beating that shit to death. Thank you.
We still doing one, dog.
So whenever we do mock draft, we'll do a mock draft whenever we want.
Hey man, you can't not do a mock draft when it's literally 9 days away.
It's been done for death. It's been done to death. It's been done to death. Fuck yourself.
He left again. Jesus. He left again. Anyway, so we wanted to talk about sleepers. The reason why I wanted to talk about sleepers is because the Cowboys do have quite a bit of late round picks that we really need to hit on. And I wanted to lean on our player personnel director, Kuiper, AZ, and let's discuss these guys one at a time. So, who you want to go with first? Who you want to talk about first, there, brother?
You know, let's talk about Savion. Let's talk about Savion Williams.
Talk about Savion. All right, let's go. Savion, here he is. Go ahead, Kuiper. You can go.
He's 6'5". Okay, that should be the headliner right now. 6'5", and I'm thinking like he's 220 something. This guy is an ex-receiver, okay, but the way he was used at TCU, he's Deebo Samuel like. He's a running back. He's a wide receiver. Cordell Patterson basically is what you think of him. He's not going to be the fastest. He's got a good release, but he got great hands, ridiculous hands. And the fact that he went to TCU is the only reason why I think he's going to be a late round pick. Maybe he's either third, fourth. I think the third is the highest he'll go. But he's just, dude, the rack for this guy, the yards after the catch, he's going to be a weapon. I pray to God the Niners don't get him.
You pray to God the Niners don't get him, right?
Dude, if they get their Deebo 2.0, I'm gonna be so pissed.
You had to bust out that first highlight though, didn't you, Chris? Like of all the highlights,
it was a
you
part
had to bust that one out. Like it had to be that one.
Hey,
right.
I didn't
Thanks,
say
Chris.
I didn't sit there and say, hey man, this is
Over here, got my dudes grabbing the earth and shit. Like that's
say
cold,
no.
Chris. I didn't want to see that, man.
But didn't in one of our mock drafts, didn't we draft
We sure
Savion?
as shit did.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
so that's one of the
You talking
others.
about the mock drafts that beaten to death?
Hey, boy, this is
All right. So your number two sleeper, Kuiper.
Aeneas Peebles, man.
Is
This
all
guy
right.
is gonna be he's gonna be probably a fourth round pick because of just the pure depth in this class. But he's so lightning quick off the ball. He understands how to play with leverage. His hands are active. He's mean with it too. Like look how athletic he is. To do spin moves as a DT and on the inside, bro, that's hard. That is really hard to do. And his motor is nonstop. There's not enough I could say about him, honestly. He's just gonna be a late round gem. He needs to go to a 3-4 system though. He cannot be a nose tackle. He will get pushed around
Oh,
if he's a
hold on,
nose
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Right, 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 right. Thank you.
tackle.
Mikey.
See the difference with him though, he's coming in at 6'1", 290, so he's undersized. He's gonna be a 3 tech for damn sure.
Well. This is why we brought this up because he is our player personnel director, and I'm trying to let him do his job on the show, Mikey. So can you at least let our player personnel director do his analysis on his top three?
Well, no, the thing is, y'all make a steak, and it's a good steak, but like we've stated before, there's needs to be sizzle to the steak, and we're just adding that sizzle.
Okay.
And
So number three, you got RJ Harvey. Let's bring up RJ Harvey. Let's go, Kuiper.
RJ Harvey, undersized back, elusive, extremely elusive, but his best trait is third down. This guy's a really great receiving back, but he's the second best pass blocking back in this draft. And dude, he's got the elusiveness. He's to me this year's Aaron Jones because he's gonna get taken in the fourth or fifth. Just again, the amount of running backs there are in this draft, the depth is crazy, but he's gonna be Aaron Jones like in whatever system he goes to. He has the speed to take it down the distance. The only thing is his ball carrying needs a little refinement, and he needs to learn how to hit the holes a little better. But he goes to the right team as a third down or the change of pace back. He's gonna be really good for you guys.
hold on, real quick. Did you say that right? Is he a third down the best third down pass catching or
Yeah.
pass blocking?
He's the second best third down pass blocking back. He's a great receiving.
How did you narrow that to 33% of the snaps? And that
What do you
makes him you know what I mean?
He's just that's what he's gonna be used as. Every time the NFL player, every NFL team needs the third down back that can block and catch. RJ Harvey's a perfect example of that.
All right. That was RJ Harvey. All right. So that was number three. So your number four, I have trouble pronouncing his first name. Pronounce it for me.
Azare Thomas.
Azare Thomas. Let's bring up Azare Thomas.
Ooh,
He's a cornerback.
dude, I love his game. Love his game. He's so physical. He's gonna be a press man corner. He's 6'2", 198, lengthy, very lengthy. Okay, he goes to a man. He's gonna be a man coverage corner. He doesn't have the instinct to play zone, but he is very, very sticky in coverage. He's gonna get a little handsy. That's fine. He's not. He doesn't have the want necessarily to help in run defense. That's gonna hurt his stock a little bit. But dude, he's just got that dog in him, and he's just look at this. He's got the man coverage down easily. He's gonna be a shutdown corner. I love him. I love him.
Love it, man. Azure, you got any thoughts on Azure?
I love his physicality. I love how he's just sticking to these dudes. Like it is pretty impressive in terms of how he just seems to be like glued to his man. And I love his ball skills. Like if you watch his eyes, man, he's consistently looking down back at the quarterback, consistently looking back to play on the ball. And I love that about any corner for sure. Because I mean, he's just, if he can't pick it, you ain't catching it.
Yeah, Mikey, I got a question for you, Mikey.
What's up?
Would you prefer a speedy corner or a big corner? Which one do you prefer?
Well, the thing is, like how we were talking about Mozzie and being a circle in a square fit, right? It depends on what Eberflus's system entail. Like Dan Quinn likes a big, tall, lanky corner, kind of like Richard Sherman, because they do cover three a lot and they take up space. So it really depends what my DC is doing. Preferably, me 6'2", his measurables are exactly what I want. And then there's the corner right now available on the trade market. If y'all didn't know, his name is Jalen Ramsey, but that's neither here nor there. That's what I like. I like a big V. I really like Byron Jones. I really did. He didn't pick the ball, but he was always around the ball. And what is the comparable that you think this kid is, Kuiper?
I think he can be Zion McCollum. Zion McCollum is a press man cover.
You went in your bag. Can you tell our audience who the hell is that? Because the only Zion we think is hooking up with porn stars and eating too much in the French Quarter. Tell me.
Zion McCollum's a cornerback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This past season, he really broke out. He was one of the better corners for a while for the Bucs, but he's a 6'2", 199. He's just like Zion. Zion has speed though. That's the difference. Zion has little speeds. They're just sticky in coverage, and they have that ball awareness, dude. That's what you really need in the NFL to be a shutdown corner. If you don't have the ball awareness to turn around and bat it or pick it off, you're not going to be successful.
All right, who is your fifth sleeper in this year's draft for the Cowboys?
If I didn't have a tight end already, and I was gonna pick one in the third, fourth round range, I think he'll go in the fourth. I would want Harold Finnan. This guy was the most productive receiver, not just tight end.
Scott Loeffler's got a lot of weapons. Number one rusher in the match.
I'm sorry, I on his I got audio.
No, go ahead, play it.
I'm gonna let you play the audio. Then I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna play it. Then I'm gonna let you describe it.
Scott Loeffler's got a lot of weapons. Number one rusher in the MAC. Number one receiver and the number 4 passer. It is Fana. Great run after the catch, and that's going to be a first down. So now back to 1st and 10. And back to their own 45-yard line. Bazelak over the middle. That pass is complete. Caught at the 50-yard line by Fannin. Stewart had 117 yards rushing last week. This is Bazelak going down the seam, and he hits Fannin. Bazelak. All kinds of time to throw. Finds Fannin. Got him for a touchdown. Harold Fannin. 25 yards on that connection.
Well, they run a little play action here, and they're able to get him on a little bit of a stop and go.
You gotta like that stutter.
Bazelak. Complete to Fannin. Had some blockers. Tripped up from behind, but he gets inside the 30-yard line. Harold Fannin.
This is a freaking gem.
24-7 lead. They're going to pass Bazelak to the goal line. Did they get in?
Yes.
Yes, touchdown, Harold Fannin.
All right, Harold Fanning. What you think about him, brother? Tell me about him.
Dude, this guy's just productive. That's the one way to describe him. Productive. This past season, he had 117 catches for over 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns. 96 receiving grade. 96 receiving grade on PFF. And a drop rate of 3.3. His hands are some of the best for any tight end in the draft. He has strong, reliable hands, but you get the ball in his. If you get the ball to him, just a check down or anything like that, just get it to him. He's just running downhill and he's bullying everybody. I love this guy, man. He's gonna be a really good tight end. He's undersized though. He is a little undersized at 6'4", 230.
I was gonna ask you about his speed. How was his speed?
He's decently speed. He's not the fast, but he's stiff in the hips. That's all I'm gonna say about that part. Is he's not the fastest, not the best athletic, but he is productive.
All right. So that was Kuiper's top 5 sleepers. Let me remind everybody over there that's what we need to watch. Savion Williams, Aeneas Peoples, RJ Harvey, who we actually drafted, and Savion Williams in our mock draft. I can't pronounce his first name. Such and such. Hazare. Jesus. I'm sorry, my black people, why we do that to each other. And Harold Fanning Jr. tight end. Now, Rue had his top 3. Rue, who was yours?
Honestly, man, for me, it wasn't really about the Cowboys. It was just a few guys that I know are going to go like 4th, no earlier than 4th, probably looking at 5th, 6th, 7th round picks. Guys that I just think that have real good potential, and I think would be interesting to find out where they land. Gunnar Helm, the tight end for Texas. That dude is absolutely solid.
What a surprise.
Very, very, very reliable on 3rd down, very reliable as a receiver in clutch situations, and he's a great run blocker. The guy's an all-around tight end, and I'm very curious to find out where he ends up. Taj Brooks, 5'10", 230, very good running back out of Texas Tech.
Where's he, like, from the Big East or what?
No, Taj was the Texas Tech.
Okay.
Texas Tech. He went to Texas Tech, and he's a monster. The biggest thing about Taj Brooks is the fact he runs so intelligently. He knows how to find the holes. He is very elusive inside, and he can do everything. He's a true 3-down back. I wish he was a better pass catcher, but at the end of the day, Taj Brooks is a great guy that you could get probably in the 5th or 6th round, and I feel like he would be a steal for any franchise. He's definitely one of those players I've got my eye on.
Can I add something, Rue?
Yeah.
Taj Brooks, if anybody want to watch highlights, go to him versus Iowa State.
That
was probably one of the best running back. He won the game for them. He won the game, and they kept feeding this kid the ball. I thought he was Emmitt Smith. He carried the ball like 40 times that game, and he
whooped our. He whooped our ass.
Did he beat y'all too?
He whooped our ass.
Yeah, Taj is one of those sleeping running backs, man, that everybody's forgetting about. But I'm glad you brought him up, Rue. And Rue, who was your last one, brother?
My last one, just because it's one of those really funny quarterback classes. It's a very funny quarterback class in terms of what you're getting as a whole at quarterback. But Kyle McCord is a guy that has kind of been brought to my attention, and honestly, it's because of what he did at Syracuse.
Yeah,
this kid is the only reason anybody talked about Syracuse at all. He went 11-3 at Syracuse, and I know it's hard to get past that one game. I'm trying to remember who it was against. 5 picks or whatever that he threw in that single game.
But wasn't that against Miami? But they came back and won it though.
The only viable team in the ACC.
Pretty sure that might have been what that game was. But at the end of the day, man, this kid came back and he threw lights out pretty much all year for them. I wish I had the number down in terms of how many touchdowns he threw for the season, but I know it was a lot. And they really lived and died by what he did with his arm for that team.
34.
And I can guarantee you they're not winning 11 games next year. They're not. They're
How
not.
many,
Huh?
how many did you say, Kuiper?
34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. And
Player, person, now director.
he's really the size is what's nice too. I mean, the dude's 6'3", like 220. He's prototypical type. He's one of those guys that, I mean, if you put him in the right system, let him develop, he could be an interesting situation. Definitely could be a solid backup for somebody. I tell you right now, I'd probably take him over our guy.
Yeah, because when they traded for Milton, and I was like, there's so many good quarterbacks in that late round that I like over Milton. I just don't understand it, giving up a pick when you got good. Even I know Mikey gonna bust our balls about Texas. Quinn Ewers is gonna be there. He's gonna be there in the late round.
No. Don't put your evil on me. You double down with me. If you could piggyback me, you would piggyback me with that. Just don't put that evil on me. You know he was garbage.
Who?
Quinn Ewers.
In the playoffs?
Bro, what?
No, those two throws. Yeah, those two throws were awesome. That we didn't see. Thank you, ESPN.
Okay. Can I say
Quinn Ewers has one of the best road records of any quarterback in this entire class. That dude's won on the road.
So does Tim Tebow. So does Tim Tebow. So does Tim Tebow.
You are ridiculous. Now Quinn Ewers is Tim Tebow. You like seriously, the hate is real. You at sometimes, bro, it's like you really don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Quinn Ewers is garbage. His college career was garbage. Quinn Ewers is the only reason Texas people are even talking about Texas. Before Quinn Ewers, I was living with garbage like Sam Ellinger and Tyron Swoops and Case McCoy and Garrett Gilbert. Don't talk to me about Quinn Ewers like he's some trash-ass quarterback when he's done more than any quarterback that you've had in the last 30 years.
What are you talking about, dude? Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Like,
what do you do at Arizona? We're talking about college or we talking about pros? Because he hasn't played a single pro game yet, last I checked. We talking about college or we talking about pros?
Anyway.
Thank you.
Anyway, to both defenses, I thought at Texas, the better quarterback was on the bench, but you got to give Quinn Ewers his flowers though. Against that in the playoffs against Arizona State,
yeah, that dot he threw to the fucking tight end that we didn't get to see was beautiful,
bro. It was big time throws. He had another big time throw in the last game of the season.
Fucking Sawyer, my boy Sawyer.
Oh God, I can't forget. I'm forgetting Rue. Please help me. But dude, he had his last three games of the season. He actually stepped up because I was actually surprised.
He had to.
Yeah.
He had to. We had lost players. Like people don't even understand that we had lost players on the offense.
What are you talking about? No. But
from the very beginning, we lost our running back.
Dude, you guys have a freaking a plethora of freaking weapons that are gonna go in the top two rounds. Top 2 rounds. We're thinking about getting Matthew Golden.
Okay. Are you done?
Plethora.
What you don't know is that Matthew Golden wasn't even the starter for this team. Matthew Golden turned into a diamond in the rough for this whole team. That's what you don't know. The guy who's supposed to be talking about going at number 12, the guy who's supposed to be going in the first round was Isaiah Bond.
I know, but what you're saying is a different kind of fact. Like, no, if anything, you're doubling down on what the hell I'm saying. He had mad ass weapons.
You think he had mad weapons when he lost his top 3 running backs? he lost his top 3 running backs. So now I got to give this too. But now Texas offensive line was fucking deadly this year. They probably had the best offensive line in college football. Kuiper, do you agree? Disagree with that?
Ohio State.
Yeah. They offensive line. I think isn't 4 of them going in this year's draft?
2 at least. No,
two at least.
It's 2.
It's only 2. I thought it was 4.
I think it's Connor. I know it's
Their
fine.
center is
Yeah, and their tight end was excellent. God, yeah, like you brought up.
Oh, you know how long it's been? You know how long it's been since I've had a draft where I have more than like 2 players?
Yeah,
You know
because
how long it's been? It's been a long time.
well,
It's been a long time. I've
it was,
ride and died with a lot of bullshit with this fucking college. Everybody
no,
hopped on the train like a
you
year
have no
ago,
idea.
and I'm like, y'all
That's
don't
a
even know what the
bullshit.
fuck.
No, that
Look,
statement
it's
was
not
a
my fault.
bullshit.
It's not my
That
fault that
statement
you
was a
for
bullshit.
Arizona,
You have
bro.
no
That's not my
idea.
fault. It's
You
not
have
my
no
fault.
idea.
At least you have basketball.
now,
No, but you got our coach now. You got our fucking coach now.
Come on, we got the coach from Xavier.
no,
Dude, that's Sean Miller.
I mean, he went to he
He
I'm
was
not
He was a
our
coach in
I'm not
Arizona.
a
He got fired.
basketball guy, bro. I don't know.
but hey,
Or if it was hockey, you would know.
you got
I
you
might,
gotta get
but probably
I
not.
gotta
I'm a casual.
I gotta give Roos some flowers too because look, I busted his ball.
Of course.
Hold on, listen to me. I busted his ball so much 2 years ago about Texas not having people drafted, right? This is the mighty Texas. This is the money-making Texas. They got more money than any university in the fucking world, and they couldn't get anybody in the NFL. And they finally got a coach now. One day he'll get over that one game hump to win the next. I think Texas will win the next championship soon. But I'm telling you, they got a coach now, bro. And when you get a coach and you recruit players, because remember, Texas' problem was they would always get number one recruits, but they would never develop them. Never develop them. Now
But-
you see development out of Texas players now.
But the thing is, too, this is a new college football, and like you just said, they got money now.
You got money.
So this is the new college. So
you say that.
good for that.
Like we
Good for
spent
that.
most money. We didn't. Most of our players are from us. We are still recruiting freshmen like crazy.
Yeah.
Not
No, don't get it
everybody
twisted.
else can say that.
Don't get it twisted. You guys are top 4, but the college football has changed like a mall. See what's happening at Tennessee.
They need to
So-
create a cap. They need to create a cap, and they need to make them kids stick to them contracts. That's really what it boils down to.
That was funny when I heard about that, but we'll talk about that another day. All right,
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Last subject of the show: offensive line help for this year in the draft. Kuiper, is there anybody? I remember in our first mock draft, we drafted an offensive lineman. Remember, first at 12, we drafted an offensive lineman. We
Sure did.
we shied away the last couple mocks. Okay, is there any offensive lineman in the first round that you think is
Beaten to death.
I think-
valuable at 12? Is there any offensive lineman? I like doing this to him to piss him off, see if he's gonna click off. But no, go ahead. Any offensive lineman valuable at 12 for the Cowboys, do you think?
Honestly, there's 2. To me, Armand Membo, he might go top 10. There's a very realistic chance that he does. But if he falls at 12, I think there should 1000% be a conversation for him at right tackle. Or at left tackle, I'm sorry. And then the other guy that I think that there should be a look at is Josh Simmons, the offensive tackle from Ohio State.
Ohio State. Yep.
Now, he had a major injury on his knee. I forget which knee, but if he healthy and he stays healthy, he's 1000% a steal in the draft. It's just the injury concerns, but he's a top 10 talent for sure.
He is a big boy too. God, he's a big
Oh,
boy.
he
he's
is. He's
a
6'5",
big boy.
310.
Yeah, played in the passing offense, so you ain't got to worry about his pass blocking. When Ohio State wanted to run the ball, they ran on his side.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not worried about his run blocking either. This is coming from a Michigan fan. I am in favor of this kid. I do like him. Only thing I don't like about him, he's a punk ass, trick ass hoe as Ohio State player. Other than that, yeah, trick ass. Ohio State player. But I like the kid, dude. I mean, because I mean, honestly, if the player that they want is not there, why not? Because our Achilles heel last year was at this one position was fucking offensive line until they finally kind of stabilized it at the end of the season. But man, we were having some rough times, and especially with Tyler Guyton going in and out the lineup, and it was literally coaches' decisions. Your number one freaking pick in and out the lineup was bothering me. I'm like, did we get a bust? Normally, Cowboys hit on number one offensive lineman in the first round. Normally they hit, and I was really excited about Tyler Guyton, but it just seems like he didn't develop well. I want to ask. I want to ask.
But Chris,
Mike, I'm asking.
on that same notion that you're saying, just so you don't lose it, that feel. Which out of all, like, so from the pick that we were at to we traded back, out of all those offensive linemen, which one did good except Joe Watt, like Alt, like who did good? Piper,
I'm
save
not
me.
sure because I didn't really particularly watch other teams' offensive line play, so I couldn't answer your question.
No, well, you know why you didn't know? Because you didn't hear about it.
It's just last year's draft. A lot of the offensive linemen that got picked, especially in the second half, they all got sat. They all got sat down for some time, so none of them could really do anything. But then a lot of teams, for some reason, put guys at offensive guard, like
Pittsburgh.
the Jets,
Pittsburgh.
They put them
Yeah.
at guard
I
instead of
love
at
you,
tackle.
kid. You're my kid so much.
Oh, so you gonna let him finish now? He was.
Well, he should have went. He should have went right off me instead of making it awkward.
He was winning. Yeah, you made it awkward by stopping him in the middle of it. Go ahead. Go ahead, Armando.
But there was a lot of there was a couple of second round gems too that did good. What's his name from the Pittsburgh Center too? I forget what his name is.
He was the one that we were supposed to get. He was there, and then we traded out. But he did okay.
That was the guy.
He wasn't Travis Frederick.
Oh, that was a kid from Oregon, wasn't it?
No, he was the wrestler kid from
Penn
was it
State.
Iowa or
Martin?
Penn State? I thought it was Penn State.
Martin? What's his name? Forget his name.
No, Rue knew his name.
Yeah,
Rue knew
I liked him. I liked him last year.
Yeah, we both
And
liked
I can't
him.
remember him. I can't remember his name. I liked him because he had that wrestling background.
Yeah.
When you have that wrestling background, bro, that's a different kind of pushing. Like it's different, and them dudes are built different.
And the kid for the Raiders, the center for the Raiders,
Jackson
Powers Johnson.
Yeah, Powers.
He fell, but he actually
the biggest thing about him was that injury.
Yeah,
that was the biggest knock on him was that injury.
He was supposed to go a lot
That's right.
earlier than that.
He was supposed
Powers
to
was the one from Oregon, wasn't it? Powers.
Jackson Powers.
What happened to the left tackle from Georgia?
Shoot.
Zach Frazier. That was his name.
Frazier was the center.
Frazier's the center, yeah.
Zach Frazier was the wrestler, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Ivan. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're right. So, all right. So, final thoughts time, and we always gonna give Mikey the first leg because he's gonna be the longest winded, and he going in the road. Go ahead, Mikey. Your final thoughts for the night, baby.
Thank God no mock.
Now we can disconnect you and we can do a mock, so that's not a problem. These other three guys here love mock drafts. So
hey, I just wanted to answer the O-line question real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I didn't get to touch on that O-line thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
I know. He's in his feelings.
My only thing about the O-line is, are we being too sexy with this draft? Are we really just thinking about frosting when we really should be concentrated on cakes, considering the fact that Zach Martin is now gone? We're not totally sold on Tyler Guyton. We're definitely not happy with Terrence Steele. Like there's question marks in terms of what I'm looking at, and just based on like some of the sleepers that you picked up today. If you do go O tackle at 12, and then you end up with a Savion in like the 4th, and a Taj in the 5th. Are you going to be And obviously, we still have the second and the third to consider on in terms of what's going to fall. Because maybe you take a Dylan Sampson in the third. Maybe you
Samson.
the running back out of Tennessee. Maybe
Yeah.
you go. Maybe you go somebody like that, and you shore up that O line, and you pick up that running back piece later. I don't want to get away from the roots of the actual game because I still feel like O line and D line are a big need for this team. And
Yes, sir.
I know we desperately want receiver. We desperately want running back. They're sexy picks. They're people
Well,
that we think are going to make an immediate impact. And I'm not so worried about the O line as much as I am the D line. But obviously, with D line, depending on who's there, you're probably going later for that D tackle instead of at the 12 spot, unless
Yeah.
we're just going to go mark it up on Kenneth Grant and just say to hell with it. We're gonna swing the
or
bat again
Nolan.
on
Or
the
Nolan.
on the 12th pick. But I don't know. I think I'd rather honestly at that spot in this draft it's probably later for that D tackle spot. But with the O line, I'm telling you right now, if we get to 12 and we take an offensive tackle, I don't think I'm going to be very upset. I think I'm actually
Hell
going to
no.
be happy about it.
Hell no.
And I know fans are going to grunt, and I know fans are going to be like, "Dude, what the fuck? We need a running
I don't
back.
think
We
so.
need this. We need that." I think that O line is a very smart pick for us at 12, and it kind of goes back to what I was saying in the very beginning. That's why in our first draft we drafted O line, and we haven't ever since.
Was it Banks or what?
It was Banks.
Also, my thing is, if you're gonna pick an offensive lineman, there's no interior offensive lineman other than moving a tackle to guard. Maybe that's even worth a first round pick. They're all second rounds, maybe even a high second round. But you have to pick a left tackle.
Yeah, but
And
people
there's
say
not
that
that many. of them.
About Membo, or even I would
Simmons.
say that about Kelvin
Simmons.
Simmons, maybe because of the injury, but nah, man, these guys are pretty damn talented.
Ron
No,
Leary
I was saying
was that injury guy.
interior offensive line.
Well, no,
Interior.
I'm strictly thinking tackle
Yeah,
because
it
interior.
has to be a left tackle though, because you have to move Guyton to right.
Yeah, you do. He looked
I'm
like
not
a
against that.
baby giraffe.
Like honestly, man, that's really what I want. I want a new left tackle, and I want to move Guyton to the right tackle because Guyton's a good right tackle, and this is
Yeah.
the last year of Terrence Steele. Like this is the perfect time.
Terrence Aluminum.
You have a whole new organization, whole new coaching staff. It's the perfect time to be like, hey man, every position's open, and why not shuffle it around? I obviously have one of the best O-line coaches playing on my staff right now, don't I, Kuiper?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Just saying.
definitely.
Can I touch on what you said, and you're preaching the truth big time. The thing about it is there's so much sexy guys in the top. There's so much. Travis Hunter, Carter, and then Genty, that's what it is. Where we're at in our draft position, and like how you said earlier, the Dallas Cowboys have picked one time number one overall. We don't find ourselves in this position that much. The last time we did, we got a franchise changing player. So as much as we've been spoiled by our team's success, we've been spoiled by us hitting a CD Lamb with a Trayvon Diggs on top, or getting Michael Parsons at where we've gotten them. So we got this anxiety that we want to hit, and the running back position, like Chris has been preaching, with what happened with Zeke and changing everything, and what we know about Dak's success with the running game, and where football has been going back to the running game, has us like that. You know what? I didn't realize how bad our wide receiver group was, and I'm stupid, and I'm gonna say this straight up, for making this bet with Rue. I should have played Madden first. I recently I recently played Madden with my son, and
Oh man.
I realized how bad our wide receiver group is. So that's my stupid stupid ass fall. But back to where we're going, I understand the meat and potatoes of football, and Chris could attest to that, is on the line. If Will Campbell falls to us, great. If we get a Banks, great. That's the Zach Martin over the Johnny Manziel thing. Matt Golden is making a big a stick, and you know what? I wouldn't mind if we got him over McMillan, because Dak Prescott is supposed to make up for what our offensive line goes short at.
All right, Kuiper, your final thoughts, baby.
Man, I cannot stand what Travis Hunter just said today.
What he say?
Jesus Christ. He said straight up, I would rather quit football than to not play both sides.
Bro.
That
Hey, man.
hurt the fuck out of me, dude.
I think that's a branding thing.
Kuiper, though.
That's a branding thing.
But what if he pulled it off, man? What if he actually pulled it off? What if he was able to play 20 and 20?
If he pulls it off, great.
Pulled it off.
If he pulls it off, that's great.
Like
but there's only
30.
one team in the top 5 that would actually let him, and that's the Giants.
Maybe.
That's the team that need him to do it the most.
Exactly. That if he goes to the Giants, I could see it. But you can't go into this draft telling teams, I'm doing me. This is how I'm gonna do it. Fuck what you say.
He's
if you don't like
manipulating
it,
his
I'm
pick.
retiring.
Well, you got to think
But
about it like this.
Somebody gonna take a shot.
Think about it like this. Eli Manning said the same shit.
I don't want to go to San Diego.
I never understood that either. Did he just not want to be in the AFC? Like, I really never understood that.
It was. Go ahead, boss.
He didn't want to be in the same conference with his brother.
No, I just think that San Diego was trash at the time, and the bigger market was New York.
Trash at the time? Tell that to Philip Rivers and LaDainian Tomlinson. What are you talking about?
Thank you. LT.
What are you talking about?
The epitome of mediocrity. Hey, they would go 14-2 and lose in the first round of the Jets or some shit. And we know that very well. They were what we were these last 3 years.
I'm about to say, if they're trash, then we're trash, bro. Like, what are you saying right now? They're trash.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So my final thoughts is next week we're doing a 7-round mock draft.
Hell yeah.
They should have been the only one, honestly. It took the sizzle out of it.
Leading up to 9 days and counting, we're gonna do our final mock draft. Some will be here, some will not, because their booty will get the itching and they don't want to do it. But that's fine.
I think I'm missing voluntary workouts.
That's fine too. But us football guys who love drafts, we're gonna do it. 7 rounds. Cowboy fans, you are invited on. The link will always be up for next week. Suggestions, if you want to hop on, make picks, make conversation about this. That's what the whole show is going to be about next week. So we're mocking it. Hey, this is Kuiper season. This is Kuiper season. And he's getting paid for this shit for a reason. Literally, figuratively, not literally.
I was about to say, where is it at?
Where's my check at, bro?
Your dad embezzling your money.
Excuse me. All right. So now we got 3 sponsors, right? Where's my suit from Dominion? Where's my chain from Chains by Boss? Where's my stuff from Bosquero's games?
God bless.
I got the number. You can call them directly to get everything you need. Anyway, that's our show for you. Hey, man, wonderful show. Thanks for Mikey to hop on his show. Thanks for Rue for always being here, and thanks for our player personnel director of the Cowboy Talk podcast, man, Kuiper AZ, man. Appreciate your knowledge again. Hey, Like we always say here at the Cowboy Up Podcast, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Good days, bad days, fuck it.
Puro pinche Cowboys.
On the verge.
I hate him.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, outro. Let's go. Peace.
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to Sports St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him? You see him?
You see him? The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Yeah, what's up, Zulema? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. Excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I did it.
Hey man, hey man.
All these videos, dancing.
Hold on, Clem. Sometimes I screw up, Clem. You know, but hey man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah,
Players
man.
fuck up.
Yeah. First day of pads. Say man, you know, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the first, but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'll tell you about I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to spray and shit and eating wings and
Motherfucker sprint.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mike. You ready? Calm down, Mike.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, bro. I got the controversial.
You come out with that Waterburger in and out, right?
We kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing in that song, but it's like this is Drake, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's about the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. If you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.